assurance and concrete mixed design in civil engineering construction. Right. So you all know that our speaker, today's speaker, Dr. Nirmal Kumar, who recently retired from Bhagalpur Engineering College in Bhagalpur, and Dr. Nirmal Kumar has done his BSc Engineering from BIT Sindri. He has done his MTech and PhD from IIT Delhi. He has much more laureates like MIE, LM ISET, LM IBC, right? And he is also a chartered engineer. So he has served as a great administrator and principal all over the colleges in the Bihar. Right. So he has retired from Bhagalpur Engineering College of Engineering, and he was the principal also of Gaya Engineering College, Gaya. So we all know about the Dr. Nirmal Kumar sir. Now I request you to start the next session, sir. Please. You are not audible, sir. Hello. Yes. Unmute your mic, sir. Mic. Yes.
Uh, First of all, I कंक्यूट मैं कंग्रेचुलेट कर रहा हूँ, बधाई दे रहा हूँ बाय कोर ऑफ माय हार्ट टू डॉक्टर पुष्पलता एज ए प्रिंसिपल ऑफ BC Bhagalpur. I am telling all good afternoon to all my friends, including Sasank Sekhar, Dr. Mane, and everyone. It is a great pleasure for me to deliver this session on quality assurance in construction of civil engineering structures, as well as, if time will be permitted, I will also discuss the concrete mix design. This is very important for each and everyone, and the BC Bhagalpur is always attached with my feelings, and therefore I am happy and I feel delighted to see all my colleagues, all my friends here. Then now I am coming to the point, construction, quality assurance in constructions of civil engineering. First of all, we should understand.
Hello. Hello.
Madam.
Hello. Thanks,
हाँ,
sir. Thanks a lot.
अच्छा, थैंक यू मैडम. आपके भविष्य के लिए, उज्जवल भविष्य के लिए, सफल होने के लिए बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं मैडम.
Yes,
बहुत
sir.
बहुत बधाई. बहुत
Yes.
अच्छा.
Very good evening.
मैं हाँ
And
वेरी
we glad to meet you, sir, as the expertise of this
Okay.
quality improvement program or webinar. Thank you. And from my side, I want to say for any quality improvement, uh, at least 4 or 5 points are very important, which affects the quality, like a commitment and commitment to anyone. And the second is employee improvement, or in our side, employment involvement means faculties and staff. And second thing is customer focus, that means students. So these 2-3 factors are very important for each and every field, right? Like a concrete hoe, yeah, everywhere. These factors are very important. What is our aim, and what are our inputs, and between these two, what are the links? That is teamwork, cooperation, strategy, leadership, relationship. These all factors between these two. But how to improve the quality? This is very important for us, and I hope so. You will give very important and good keywords or uh, very good points which affects our quality in not only in concrete side, in our improvement, our college side also. Thank you, sir, and
थैंक यू मैडम.
welcome for
थैंक
this.
यू थैंक यू फॉर योर गुड वर्ड मैडम एंड फॉर स्टार्टिंग द deliberations. So this is focused towards civil engineering constructions, and
Yes.
it is related with the project planning, design, use of educate materials and component, proper workmanship in execution of work, and enforcing design stipulations for safe constructions of the project. This is the definition of the quality assurance in the construction. First of all, we have to plan the structure, analyze the structures, design the structures, and finally erect the structures with good quality materials. This is the definition of planning in civil engineering. Quality assurance in construction activities guide us to use correct structural design, specifications, and proper material, ensuring that quality of work has been achieved. Here, material will be used as a civil engineering material will be cement, water, aggregates, sand, and mixture. All these are, and steel. All these are the ingredients of a good concrete structure. Now, the workmanship is also a component of this quality assurance, and therefore role of civil engineers are very important also. We are responsible to create sustainable world for enhancing the quality of life on this earth. This is our responsibility. This is our role as a civil engineer. We serve the society collectively as a planners, designers, constructors, and operator for the development and create environment for well-being of man and society. This is our responsibility. Our role is extremely important as it equates for the overall safety of the society in many different facets. Our job related with making the area safe for the people who live here. We are stewards or leader of the natural environment and its resources. We are innovators, integrators of ideas and technology across the public, private, and academic sectors. We are manager of risk and uncertainty caused by natural events like accident and other natural onslaughts like flood, fire, earthquake. All these are the natural onslaughts, and our structure should be constructed to sustain all these natural onslaughts to make us safe. We are the leader in discussions and decisions shaping public environment and infrastructure policy. What is our legacy? We proud on our legacy because we have made arrangements for clean water supply, which is very important for extending the life of human being. We have constructed transportation system as engineer, as for example, the metro rail in Delhi, Kolkata, and golden quadrilaterals, east-west corridors. It is served as a economic engine of growth and social engine of the growth. We have constructed new bridges, blending strength with beauty. We have also constructed a speed transport and able to bring communities closer together. In public and private construction, engineers provide the essential underpinning of design and project oversight. We produce hundreds and thousands of jobs due to construction activity. And we are also responsible for supplying the hidden water supply, sanitation system, and we have created all these infrastructures for sanitary and sewer system. We have constructed airport, toll bridge, railway transport system. It is all managed by civil engineers. We have made our marks in many aspects of the daily life, essentially everyone around the globe. We have provided with 4 types of human endowments: our power of imagination, our consciousness, independent will, and self-awareness. All these elements empower us to create structures by planning, analysis, design, and finally constructions. Friends, the world around us is changing very fast. We should be prepared to face the world and compete with the innovation in the field of civil engineering. Engineering is all about using insight to conceive, model, and provide an appropriate solution to problems. Engineering knowledge serves as an engine for designing building structures, materials, services at the lowest overall cost, consistent with performance, reliability, appearance, maintainability, and service life and safety. The civil engineers should be creative and entrepreneurs. They should be committed to ethics in organizations, curious for continued learning, fresh approach, development of new technology or innovative application to for the existing technology. We should be honest, we should be credible also, telling the truth and keeping our word. We should be optimistic to face the challenges and setbacks. Commitment, planning, persistent flexibility, and we should be able to work in a team. We should respect others, colleagues, co-workers, and we should be tolerant for right values, property possessions, and sensitiveness of the others. We should be self-disciplined in keeping with the public health, safety, and welfare implications for most engineering projects and high degree of interdependence within project teams and between teams and their stakeholders. वहाँ देखो picture आता है ना? So देखो. And now we are coming about the quality control, objective of the quality control. It is all the responsibility and legacy of civil engineers which I have discussed. Our objective is to improve the quality of work. The construction should result in a satisfactory strength, serviceability, and long-term durability. We are committed for increasing the lifespan and stability of the structures. We are combining all resources into economical output. We should make structures which is economical. We construct structures to need minimum repairs and maintenance on annual basis. It should be a robust structure. We are careful about our reputations in executing the work. What is the causes of poor quality, which is summarized here? Generally, the contractors use the weak materials, and there is lack of workmanship, improper quantity and quality of cements, aggregates, and water. कंट्रैक्टर क्या करता है? सीमेंट का भी चोरी करता है और सीमेंट को ठीक से यूज भी नहीं करता है. This is very important point from the quality assurance. We generally prepare concrete mix in a manual or without any engineering inputs, which will also affect the quality of work. We generally use excess water in concrete mix to enhance the workability of the concrete. We do not bother about the compactions of the concrete. We generally use substandard forms, and we do not care about the curing required for the reactions of cement with the water. We generally provide inadequate cover, incorrect positioning of reinforcing bar, improper quantity and quality of reinforcement, poor construction practices, poor supervision, and lack of technical knowledge. This is the scenario everywhere you can see, except few reputed organizations like Larsen and Toubro, Gammon, and others. And all a small type of contractors do this business. Use of weak materials, lack of workmanship, and you can see everywhere. Then what will be the madam as uh, initiated the talk, and she talks about the quality strategy. And on madam point of view, I am focusing this. We have to create a quality culture everywhere in educational institutions, in constructions, and everywhere in any field. Quality culture, whether it is electronics, whether it is a computer engineering, whether it is a mechanical engineering, we have to develop and create a quality culture. It will be created by educations, training program, retraining, promoting awareness about quality of work. We should share information and concern on quality assurance with all stakeholders. We should communicate idea about quality of work to all stakeholders. Carrying out quality campaign in any construction project. We should constitute a task force, a steering committee for implementations of quality objective or quality plan. This is the quality strategy everywhere in any field. And in civil engineering, totally we are focused about some critical items, which is concrete, reinforcing steel, masonry works, waterproofing work, dam proofing course, joinery and timber works, form works, other services like electrical, sanitary, and water supply work. This is the job role of any civil engineering project. Now we should discuss about the concrete. Concrete is most versatile construction material at domestic level and commercial level. It is used everywhere for constructing a road, constructing a building, constructing a dam, constructing a water tank. Steel is also a construction material, wood is also a construction material, but we can't construct road by steel, we can't construct road by wood, but you see concrete is used everywhere, whether it is dam, whether it is reservoir, whether it is water tank, whether it is building, cinema hall, or any commercial structure. And therefore concrete is most versatile material. And we rely on concrete as it is safe, strong, and simple building material. It is used in all types of constructions, from domestic to multi-story office blocks and shopping complex. Despite the common usage of concrete, few people are aware about the considerations involved in designing a strong, durable, and high quality concrete. And this lecture is totally focused towards this. What is the requirement of good concrete? A good concrete should meet the strength requirements as it is measured by the compressive strength. It is also required to construct structures which is durable, and therefore we have to fulfill the durability requirements to resist the environmental onslaughts on the structure in condition of service. And to make a good concrete, it should be mixed timely, it should be transported timely and compacted efficiently as early as possible within the stipulated time in an economical manner. A strength we know, but we generally do not think or consider durability is the important aspects of the concrete. And what is durability? Durability of the concrete is the ability of concrete to withstand the harmful effects of the environment to which it will be subjected during its service life without undergoing into deteriorations beyond acceptable limits. Durability can be assured keeping in view the environmental exposure of the structure, certain minimum cement binder context, maximum limit of water cement ratio, and certain minimum grade of concrete for the particular exposure. Suppose you are constructing a offshore structure in sea. It is subjected to bad conditions of environment as for the concrete it will be subjected to salty water of the sea, and therefore to make it durable you have to select a certain minimum grade of the concrete. To make a durable concrete, we should lowering the porosity and permeability of concrete. It is only way to reduce environmental attack on the concrete. Dense and compacted concrete that prevents the ingress of harmful elements in the key to durable concrete. What is the durable criteria as stipulated in IS 456/2000? For mild exposure, the minimum cement required for M20 grade of concrete is 220 kg and maximum water cement ratio is stipulated as 0.6. And for reinforced concrete, the cement quantity of cement is more 300 kg. One side of the table is for plain concrete, another side is the reinforced concrete. But this is limited only to M20 grade of the concrete as stipulated in IS 456. Beyond M20 grade of the concrete, we should go for the mixed design as per the stipulations made in IS code 10262. Then what is the system approach of making concrete, and then it should be transported immediately, placed immediately, compacted within a stipulated time, and it should be finished within the stipulated time before hardening of the concrete. And then we are able to make a strong and durable concrete. The amount of each material components of the concrete is cement, water, aggregates, and mixtures, which will affect the properties of the hardened concrete, and therefore its selection is very important. And what we do by mixing the concrete, we decide the ingredients as per the stipulations in our IS code. The four main properties of the concrete are workability, cohesiveness, strength, durability, and the fresh concrete has three different states. The first, freshly mixed concrete, it will be remain in a plastic state for few minutes, then it will start setting, and finally it will become hardened. Now, what is plastic state? when the concrete is first mixed, fresh, it is like a bread duff. आटा को जैसे गूंथने के लिए जो जो स्थिति होती है, जैसे हमने आटा को ब्रेड डफ है, the concrete is like that. It is soft and can be worked or molded into a different shapes. In this state, concrete is called plastic. Concrete is plastic during placing and compactions. The most important properties of plastic concrete are workability and cohesiveness. A worker will sink into a plastic concrete or fresh concrete, you can say. Setting state concrete then begins to stiffen. The stiffening of concrete when it is no longer soft, it is called setting. Setting takes place after compactions and during finishing. A worker leaves his footprints in setting of the setting concrete. Hardening a state after concrete has set, it begins to gain strength and it becomes hardened. The properties of hardened concrete are strength and durability. Two important properties. Hardened concrete will have no footprint on it if you walk on the concrete, if it is hardened. The important property of the concrete is workability. In a simple sentence, it is defined as the ease with which the concrete can be mixed, transported, placed, and compacted. The workability of concrete has also been defined as the amount of work required to place concrete and to compact it thoroughly. The workability is associated with the following four concepts. Ease of flow means the internal friction should be minimum, and we should make a concrete which is able to prevent the segregations of the concrete. Preventations of harshness and preventations of bleeding. These are the important issues related with workability of the concrete. To improve the workability, it is necessary to reduce the internal frictions. The internal frictions can be reduced by the lubrication of the surface of aggregates. The lubrications can be improved in two ways: by increasing the quantity of water in concrete. Greater the quantity of water, more area it can be lubricated. But this method is not good. It is inefficient method because if water is more, then strength will be less. There is a inverse relations between water cement ratio and strength. The second way to reduce the total surface area of the aggregates by adopting a coarse aggregate. But coarse aggregate should not be used too much because there will be lesser area and segregations will take place. The workability of the concrete will be affected by water content, size of the aggregates, shape of the aggregates, grading of aggregates, porosity and absorptions of aggregates, admixtures, mixing time, and temperature. All these are the factors responsible for affecting the workability of the concrete. And it should be taken care of all these things in a balanced way, consistent way. Water content, if you add more water, means you are getting a less strength and poor durability, low strength and poor durability, and therefore water content will be monitored as per the stipulations made in our IS code. The size of aggregates will also affect the workability of the concrete. If you are going to use a larger size aggregates, then surface area available for bonding of the concrete with a cement paste will be less, and therefore it will become more workable, and therefore it is also not good from the strength point of view. and the size of aggregates should be always less than 20 mm. Less than 20 mm. This is the codal provisions and it should be strictly followed. Shape of aggregates also affects the quality of the concrete. If the shape of the aggregate is rounded, then less water will be required, and therefore we always prefer to use crushed and angular aggregates, which will also affect the workability, and for lubrications more water will be required, and these water requirements may be reduced by adding a super plasticizers or air bubble in the concrete. And grading of the concrete, we should make a concrete which is properly graded of different size. We are using aggregates of different size. Sand is less than 4.75 mm in size. Then we use 10 mm down aggregates and 20. There are three types of aggregates we are using for making a good concrete. To make it more dense, less voice, and more strength and more durable concrete, we are able to prepare. Porosity and absorptions of aggregates. If the aggregates is porous and non-saturated aggregates will require suck water, and therefore it will become harsh, and therefore porous aggregates should be also avoidable. Before using the aggregates, we should test it in the laboratory. What is the water absorptions of this particular grade of the aggregates? All care should be taken. Admixtures we use of different type. The one type of admixtures is injecting the air bubbles. Billion of microscopic air cells per cubic foot is injected so that these air pockets relieve internal pressure on the concrete by providing teeny chambers for water. The bubble acts as a cushion between aggregates particle, reducing frictions and interlock and allowing a lower water content. Bleeding and segregations are reduced. The air entertaining admixture help the mix resist segregations. Mixing time as per the stipulations made in IS code should be strictly followed. The temperature will also affect the workability of the concrete. As for example, if you are making a concrete, erecting a structures in a cold environment like temperature is less than 0 degree or 0 degree, then workability will be also affected. If the temperature is more than 50 degree, the workability will be also affected. And therefore in IS code, different type of exposure conditions are mentioned from mild to moderate, severe, very severe, and extreme. And these are the conditions as for the Jammu in Kashmir. This is the extreme exposure conditions. In Rajasthan, in summer season, the environmental conditions is also harsh and extreme. And for that extreme conditions, the water cement ratio and the quantity of cement all are prescribed in our Bureau of Indian Standard Codes. Measurement, the workability may be measured by slump test, compacting factor test, BB consistometer test. All students and teachers are acquainted with this, and the very simple apparatus for making a slump test is a frustum of cone and this diameter at the bottom is 200 mm, top diameter is 100 mm, and height is 300 mm. Now we are coming to the segregations of the concrete. The segregation of coarse aggregate from concrete mix in plastic stage is called segregations. Separation of coarse aggregate from the cement paste is known as segregations. If the concrete is not homogeneous material but rather a mixture of material of different specific gravity. So there is also tendency for a coarser aggregate and heavier particles to settle down and the lighter material to rise to the surface. Segregation reduces the strength and durability. Suppose you are using a porous aggregate which density is less, then it is bound to separations of that particular grade of aggregates which specific gravity is less. And therefore here we should also maintain the balance to avoid the segregations of the aggregates from the cement paste. The cause of segregations, there is too much water in the mix, there are badly graded aggregates, there are too much shocks to a concrete mix due to transportation over a longer distance, discharge of concrete from considerable height, more than 1 meter, pumping of concrete, leakage of motor from formwork, concrete is done underwater. These are the possible causes of segregations. And we have to take care of all these issues from the quality point of view. How these segregations will be prevented? The mix should be designed correctly. Minimum amount of water should be used for mixing. The height of free fall of concrete should not be exceeded 1 meter in any case. The air entertaining agent should be used for reducing segregation as these reduce the quantity of mixing water. What is bleeding now? Bleeding means the appearance of water along with some particle of cement and very fine sand on the surface of freshly placed concrete after compaction is called bleeding. A good concrete should be free from bleeding. The term water gain is also sometimes used instead of bleeding when water rises to the surface. It means you are adding water more than the required amount, more than the stipulations made in IS code. And therefore, thus concrete with large amount of bleeding are permeable. And due to bleeding, waterly scum, water particles of fine sand and cement is formed on the concrete surface, and it should be also avoided. Causes of bleeding: presence of excess water, deficiency of fine aggregate, and too much finishing. This bleeding may be prevented by controlling the water cement ratio, providing finer grade of fine aggregates as per the stipulations made in IS code, using finely ground cement, controlling compactions, and the air entertaining agent should be used to prevent bleeding. Segregations of aggregates from the
Yes, sir. You are not audible, sir. Just unmute yourself, sir.
Now I am
Yes.
audible.
Yes, sir. You are audible now. Please share your screen, sir.
Now I am. You are able to see a screen.
Yes,
Mane
Not
sir.
yet.
sir,
No, sir. No. Please share it again, sir.
screen.
No.
Just a minute.
Yeah.
No, nahi hai. Now you are able to see, Mane sir. Screen is
Yes, sir.
visible.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You see the surface of this exposed concrete and honeycombing is formed due to presence of bigger size of aggregates in concrete. So I told you that the aggregate should be always less than 20 mm in size. और जनरली आप देखिएगा जब हम लोग लैब में करते हैं सीव एनालिसिस तो ओवर साइज एग्रीगेट्स हमेशा ही आते रहते हैं, तो हम उसको फिर सीव एनालिसिस से उसको सेग्रेट करते हैं, देन वी प्रिपेयर द मिक्स डिजाइन. It is very dangerous and dangerous in this way, you see. In next slide, I am going to show this. This you see there is a growth of tree on that pot, hollow space. And what will happen due to this? The root of the tree will grow slowly and slowly. And the whole concrete structure will come down and the casualty will take place. This is the result of bad quality concrete. There is a growth of tree. आप ऐसा अक्सर देखते होंगे, अपने कॉलेज के बिल्डिंग में भी देख रहे होंगे, चारों तरफ कुछ ना कुछ ग्रोथ ट्रीज का है. यहाँ देख के देखो ना कि आ रहा है कि नहीं, सुनाई पड़ रहा है कि okay. Then what will be the remedies for honeycomb in concrete? It may be repaired. The concrete should be broken and portion should be concreted after applying grouting chemicals. There are different type of chemicals available in the market and it may be grouted. The old surface will be grouted. Honeycombs as a defect only reduce the load bearing capacity of the structure. Also, water will find an easy way to reinforcing rods. And if the water will come into contact of reinforcing rod, then the steel will become rusted, corrosion starts, and corrosion is a process which continues through reinforcement rods even in good concrete. This results in losing grip between rods and concrete, which is very dangerous to safety and life of the concrete structure. The whole structure will come down. The RCC structures will fail within 20 or 30 years of their construction, which is less than half of their projected life. In case of honeycomb or surface pressure grouting with cement-based chemical, which are non-shrinkable, can be used to repair the honeycombings. And therefore, making a good quality concrete, first of all, the important point is on basis of our discussions, we should make proper proportioning of the ingredients, which is water, which is cement, which is fine sand, which is coarse aggregate of 10 mm, coarse aggregate of less than 20 mm, and admixtures. It should be properly proportioned. And it should then batching and mixing. Mixing may be done by hand mixing and machine mixing. and after mixing, it should be immediately transported at the specified place, and it will be compacted, and finally curing is required to complete the reactions of water with the cement. In our code and Indian practices, IS 456 discuss about the nominal mix and design mix. In India, we called nominal mix and design mix. Nominal mix strength, characteristic strength is limited to 20 megapascal only. Beyond that, 28 megapascal, suppose I am interested to make a concrete of M50 grade of concrete, then we should go for the design mix as per the stipulations made in IS 10262. ग्रेट ब्रिटेन में प्रैक्टिस है स्टैंडर्ड मिक्स, इसको कहा जाता है नॉमिनल मिक्स को, एंड प्रेस्क्राइब्ड मिक्स, और यूएसए में कंट्रोल कंक्रीट एंड ऑर्डिनरी कंक्रीट. दिस इज द इंटरनेशनल प्रैक्टिस. नॉमिनल कंक्रीट मिक्स का एक टेबल कोड आईएस कोड में दिया हुआ है. Concrete M less than M20 grade of the concrete. In table number 9, page 23, you can see it in IS code, which I have reproduced here for M20, M15 and M10 grade, in which per bag of cements water requirement is 30 kg, 32 kg and 34 kg respectively for M20, M15 and M20. And water cement ratio will be limited to 0.6, 0.64 and 0.68. And coarse aggregate weight is also given, fine aggregates. But beyond M20 grade of concrete, you should go for the mixed design. Now we should come on the hand mixing practice. Hand mixing practice, it is generally in the rural area where you require cement more than the stipulations by amount of 10%. And you are able to produce an inferior concrete. And therefore, we should go for the machine mixing. But we can improve the quality if we properly mix the ingredients in systematic way. Take a 1 bag of cement and take the required amount of sand and coarse aggregate, and you arrange coarse fine aggregates in layers. Cement will be also sprayed on layers, in different layers. Then it will mix in a dry conditions, so that we should able to achieve the uniform color. Then water should not be poured, it should be sprinkled over the surface of freshly dry mixed concrete, and slowly we should mix it, and we are able to prepare a workable concrete, consistent concrete and good concrete. Machine mixing is very efficient method, but इसमें भी आप सीक्वेंसेस का फॉलो नहीं कर पाते हैं ड्यू टू लेमैन अप्रोच ऑफ द लोकल आर्टिजन्स, मैसन्स, राजमिस्त्री. उसको नहीं आता है कि कैसे मिक्सर को हैंडल करना. तो वह सब क्या करते हैं, एग्रीगेट्स, सीमेंट, वाटर सब एक साथ डिस्चार्ज कर देते हैं रोटेटिंग ड्रम में. उसका कैलिब्रेशंस भी नहीं मालूम है उन्हें कि रिवोल्यूशंस पर मिनट कितना फिक्स होना चाहिए एंड कितना रिक्वायर्ड रिवोल्यूशंस चाहिए कंक्रीट मिक्स को बनाने के लिए, उन्हें यह भी मालूम नहीं है। तो सिस्टम अप्रोच फॉर machine mixing is you take the quantity of required water and 25% of the total quantity of water will be discharged first in the rotating drum. And then we should discharge the aggregate cements and sand, and remaining 75% water will be also added, so that if it is surface is watery of the rotating drum, the cement and cement paste will not stick on the surface of the blade or bottom of the drum, and therefore it is also required. And the revolutions of the mixer should be fixed 15 to 20 per minute, and we required 25 to 30 revolutions for mixing well-designed mix. This is the system approach for machine mixing. But in a village or local artisan, semi-literate, illiterate laborers do not know how to handle the mixer machine. This is the issue, very important, and therefore for mixing we required site engineer, minimum diploma level engineer who is able to handle the machine for mixing of the concrete. Now, ingredients, important ingredients of the concrete is cement, and it reacts with the water and form the calcium silicate hydrates gel. And therefore, selection of good quality cement is also essential. There are different brand of cements available in the market. As for important brand is OPC, ordinary Portland cements, and it is available in the markets in 3 types of grades: 33 grades, 43 grades, and 53 grades. 33 means the strength of the cement is 33 megapascals after 28 days. 43 means strength is 43 megapascal. 53 means strength is 53 megapascals after mixing with cement and sand paste. Another type of popular cement is known as Portland Pozzolana cements, PPC, as per the stipulations made in IS 1489, which is fly ash based cements. And another type of cements is Portland slag cements. No grading is specified in Portland Pozzolana cement, PPC and PSC, but it is suitable for all type of constructions. It is particularly useful for the marine structures, PSC. No grade is specified, but generally PPC will have 31 megapascal strength, and similar is the strength for slag cement, Portland slag cements. Now, for field engineers or civil engineers, without laboratory testing, how cement will be identified, whether it is a good cement, whether it is a bad cement, by your physical observations. First of all, we should check the manufacturing date printed on the cement bag. And we should also check whether the logo of ISI is printed on the bag or not. On cement bag, it is mentioned that the year of manufacturing and month of manufacturing. From that, we can see this cement bag is how much old. And by opening a cement bag, we should see the color of the cement, which should be greenish gray. We should also check whether there is a lump visible, small lumps are there or not. We can also check the cements by thrusting our hand into cement bag. If it gives us a cool feeling, then it is a good cement. We can take a small amount of cement between finger and thumb of the cement, and if we feel a smooth feeling, then we can say it is a good cement. And again, you can take a small amount of cement in your handful of cement, throw it on the bucket full of water. The cement particle should flow for some times, and then it should be settled or sink. Then we can say it is a good cement. और आप visible lump है वहां पर और उसको फेंकेंगे, immediately it will go down. Then it is a bad cement, not good cement. This is the quality issue. लेबोरेटरी टेस्टिंग के लिए सीमेंट्स का हम लोग फाइनेस का टेस्ट करते हैं, स्टैंडर्ड कंसिस्टेंसी टेस्ट करते हैं, सेटिंग टाइम सीमेंट का करते हैं, इनिशियल एंड फाइनल सेटिंग टाइम, एंड हीट ऑफ हाइड्रेशन एंड केमिकल कंपोजिशंस का भी टेस्ट करते हैं. बट आपका इसका जरूरत है भी, नहीं भी जरूरत है, आप उसको फिजिकल देख लें, ISI मार्क देख लें, लंपिंग देख लेंगे और इसका एक स्ट्रेंथ के लिए क्यूब बना करके टेस्ट कर लें तो आपका काम चल जाएगा. नाउ वेयर सीमेंट शुड बी स्टोर्ड बिफोर यूज. The storing godown must be provided at the site, and cement should not be stored for more than 3 weeks prior to consumption. And any cements in the godown which is already lumped must be rejected and removed from the site. The cement meant for construction must be tested for its physical properties prior to consumption. In the absence of test certificate, usage of such cement will not be permitted. Now we see, if cement is fresh, then strength will be 100%. And if it is 3 months old, then strength will be reduced by 20%. And if it is more than 6 months storage, the strength will be reduced by 30%. And if it is 1 year old, strength will be reduced by 41%. And if it is 2 year old, strength will be reduced by 50%. तो ISI मार्क, लोगो प्लस मैन्युफैक्चरिंग का मंथ और ईयर देख लेने के बाद वी आर एबल टू से 3 महीना पुराना हो गया तो इसका स्ट्रेंथ, अब जो रिमेनिंग स्ट्रेंथ है, इट इज ओनली 80%. तो बहुत सारे लोग इस पर ध्यान नहीं देते और हम लोग, जैसे हम मेडिसिन का एक्सपायरी डेट देखे हुए अक्सर हम लोग मेडिसिन भी खरीद लेते हैं, उसी ढंग से सीमेंट भी लोग खरीद लेता है. दिस इज इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट फॉर क्वालिटी एश्योरेंस. Now, important ingredients of the aggregate, concrete is aggregate. The aggregate should be crushed over burnt brick, or tiles should not be used. The coarse aggregate should not contain oversize of flaky materials, and it should be completely free from lumps of clay, organic and vegetable matters, fine dust, etc. As far possible, we should use the crushed stone, which surface is rough. Crushed stone surface is rough. Coarse aggregate should be crushed rock, fine and coarse sands, and crusher fine.
Sir, there is network issue from your side, sir, I think.
Now it is okay.
Yeah, now you're visible, but your screen is not visible again.
Visible. A screen is visible.
No, not visible yet.
Just a
Please
minute.
share it again, sir. Share the screen.
I am doing that.
Yes.
Now it is visible.
Yes, yes, sir. Now it's visible, sir. Yes, you can continue, sir.
Now I am discussing aggregates. Now you see in this slide, for all practical purposes, in a RCC work, the aggregate size is limited to 20 mm. Generally, preferable size is less than 20 mm, which will develop a greater strength and considered satisfactory. Larger the maximum size of aggregates, lesser surface area for bonding with mortar will be available, and this will result in lesser compressive strength. It is very important point for each and every one. And the specific gravity, density, void absorption properties should be known prior to the use, as per the stipulations made in IS 2386 Part 3. It should be tested in the laboratory. Sieve analysis is important parameters for checking the size of the aggregates, and therefore it should be performed in the laboratory. Mechanical properties of the aggregate should be tested for crushing, impact, and abrasion sparing. And this is the important aspects for the aggregates, quality assurance. And now aggregates, this is the coarse aggregate. And as per the IS code stipulations 383 page number 9 table 2, this is the criteria of passing of aggregates from different size of the sheet. For graded coarse aggregate, the 95 to 100% 20 mm aggregate should pass through the 20 mm sieve. 20 mm should pass through the 20 mm sieve, 95 to 100%. मीन्स इतना 5% तक परमिसिबल है कि ओवर साइज 20 mm से ओनली 5% इज परमिसिबल एज पर द स्टिपुलेशंस मेड इन IS 383. और 10 mm से पास करना चाहिए 25 to 55%. दिस इज द लिमिट, दिस इज द स्टिपुलेशंस. एंड 4.75 से नीचे केवल 0 to 10%. 4.75 mm से जो नीचे है वह फाइन एग्रीगेट्स समझा जाता है. दिस इज द क्राइटेरिया इन IS कोड 383. And for aggregates, the crushing value is allowed up to 30%. In each case, impact 30%, abrasion is 30%. For the wearing surface, road वगैरह के लिए. And other than wearing surface, it is allowed up to crushing is allowed up to 45%. Impact value is also allowed up to 45%. And abrasive value is also allowed to 50%. सरफेस टेक्सचर्स उसका रफ होना चाहिए. इंपॉर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट फॉर बॉन्डिंग. पार्टिकल शेप शुड बी क्यूबिकल एंड नॉट फ्लैकी एंड नॉट एलोगेटेड. पोरोसिटी शुड हैव वेरी लो वाटर एब्जॉर्प्शन. स्टेबिलिटी बी केमिकली इनर्ट. impurities free from organic mineral impurity. And compactness should be graded for reducing voids. This is all about the coarse aggregate. Now fine aggregates. Fine aggregates in segregated in different compartments from zone 1 to 4. And sieve analysis is required to ascertain whether this particular sand falls in which zone of the sand. And there is a IS stipulations in 383 code 1 zone 1 2 3 4 10 mm sieve analysis से इसको पास कराते हैं. And this is the criteria limitations of passing of aggregates from different size of the aggregates. And then we can say whether it is a fine sand or coarse sand. All sands pass through 10 mm 100%. 4.75 mm से जोन 1 का 90 to 100% करता है. जोन 2 का भी 90 to 100% and जोन 3 95 to 100% and 95 to 100%. तो जोन 1 जो है सबसे कोर्स सैंड हुआ. जोन 2 जो है मिडिल में है. जोन 3 इज फाइनर and zone 4 is more finer. तो जनरली जोन 1 and जोन 4 को अवॉइड करते हैं हम लोग फॉर मेकिंग ए गुड क्वालिटी कंक्रीट. जोन 2 and जोन 3 is preferable. Now the next ingredients is water for making a concrete, and the water fit for drinking is also fit for concrete. And the pH value of water should not be less than 6. Physical and chemical tests should be done as per the stipulations made in IS 3025. This is all the parameters of drinking water should be tested, which is also used for making a good concrete and used for making a curing also. Now, what is the criteria for measuring the strength of the concrete? We prepare a standard size cube of 150 into 150 into 150 mm size cube, and if it is cured continuously, cured for 28 days, and the strength will be tested for particular grade of the concrete. M20 means mix should be of 20 megapascal strength, and whether it has been achieved or not. If it is not achieved the 20 megapascal strength, then it is rejected. This is the criteria, and the cube is the standard specimen in India but in USA and Great Britain, the cylinder is the standard specimens, and cylindrical strength is more true in comparison to the cube strength, because in cube, the friction force will be induced between the platen of the compression testing machines and the surface of the concrete. In cylindrical, the triaxial state of stress will be induced, but in cube, due to size limitations, the whole concrete of 150 mm will be subjected to triaxial state of stress, and therefore it will give you more strength than the strength of the cylinder, and therefore cylindrical strength is more true, and there is a relation between the cylindrical strength and cube strength. Cylindrical strength is only 80% of the cube strength, and therefore the cylindrical strength is more true. Now the important aspects to maintain the quality is the dampness. Generally, you see there is a capillary rise of the groundwater into wall, and therefore we should prevent this capillary rise of the water from the ground and action of rains on the exposed surface of wall, and all due to all these are the possible cause of dampness in the house. Rainwater is entered and capillary rise will be also possible, and this will continuously moisture your wall of the house, which will cause efflorescence, corrosion of reinforcement, and growth of termite, and therefore it should be also avoided. And there are different materials available in the market for preventing the dampness. One is hot bituminous felts, आज के जमाने में available है. Metal sheet is also used, and cement mortar 1:3 may be used to prevent the capillary rise. Cement concrete at different level, and the foundation level and plinth level is also provided of M15 grade of concrete. It will also prevent the capillary rise. Waterproofing compounds will be added like Pudo, Impervo, etc. available in powder from. They are mixed with the cement by hand before the cement is mixed with the aggregate. 1 kg per bag of cements. This Impodo and Pudulo will be used. And another issue for masonry work is the cement mortar. The cement mortar limited to 1:3 to 1:8 means 1 bag of cement required 3 bag of sand, and the upper limit is 1:8 means 1 bag cement, 8 bag cement. And therefore for masonry work it should be also monitored, and the mortar should be well prepared, and if it is not well prepared, then it will lead towards the bad quality of the masonry works. Now the important ingredients is reinforcement quality. A steel bar. So what we should do? Reinforcement is important. It plays a vital role in ensuring the safety, integrity, and durability of almost all concrete structures. Detailed drawing is prepared, working drawing is prepared by the engineers, and the designers have mentioned all the information on the drawing sheet. And the RC structures strength will be dependent upon the accurate placement of carefully detailed reinforcement. Very important aspects. The bending, binding, and placing should be checked carefully to ensure proper spacing and shape of the bent bars, and adequate rigidity of reinforcement so that the bars do not get displaced when concrete is poured and compacted. The reinforcing bar should be free from rust, wire, and other harmful coating. We should check the number of bars, type of steel, diameter of bars, spacing of bars. The reinforcement should be accurately fabricated and assembled. Necessary control should be exercised by contractors and engineers to achieve the above objective. And now, important aspect is formworks. The shape and surface finish depends upon the formwork, and it should be strong to support wet concrete and have a smooth surface to prevent loss of slurry from the concrete. A formwork should be well oiled before placement of reinforcement, not after the placement of reinforcement. The piece of stone or broken concrete are placed between the steel and wire surface such that the formwork and steel do not come into contact with each other. All rubbish, including sawdust, should be removed from the interior of the forms, cleaned and well watered before the placement of concrete. For support, both steel pipes and timber bali are permitted. Thin, deteriorated, and non-vertical bali will not be permitted at the site. Timber bali should always be vertical and never be inclined position. Any scaffolding shall only be a hard ground and not a soft soil. This is about the formwork, and do you know, you will be surprised, the cost of formwork is 40% of the total cost of any structures, how it is costly, and it should not be neglected. Centering shall either be a steel shuttering or plywood shuttering or timber planks of adequate width. Distorted, broken, irregular, small size timber pieces are not permitted at site for centering. This is about formwork and a stripping time of formwork from the quality point of view. Vertical formwork to column wall vertical sides of beams. It should be stripped within 16 to 24 hours or 48 hours. Slab spanning up to 4.5 meter, it should be stripped within 7 days. Slab spanning over 4.5 meter, it should be stripped within 14 days. Beams and arches spanning up to 6 meter or more than 6 meter, the time limit is 14 to 21 days. Now the important issue related with the compaction of the concrete, it should be placed and immediately compacted by means of mechanical vibrators. And if the voids are there, means 5% voids reduce the strength about 30%, and 10% voids reduce the strength by over 50%. There is an inverse relation between strength and porosity. And therefore, compaction eliminates air bubbles and bring enough fine material both to the surface and against the forms to produce the desired finish. Mechanical vibrators will be used. Mistake: the monitoring of the quality plan, use of too much water or little water for mixing, incomplete mixing of aggregate with the cement, improper grading of aggregates, resulting in segregations or bleeding of concrete, inadequate compactions of concrete, using concrete which has already begun to set, placing of concrete on dry foundations, use of dirty aggregates, water containing earthy matter, leaving the finished concrete surface exposed to the sun and wind. And as I told you earlier, it should be placed immediately as early as possible. Compressive strength of concrete is governed by the water cement ratio, inverse relations between water and strength, and characteristic of cement, characteristic of aggregates, time of mixing, degree of compactions, period of curing, age of concrete. It is all about the quality parameters. Thank you very much. और इसके बाद एक टाइम बहुत लग गया, 1.5 घंटा ऑलमोस्ट. तो हेलो माने जी,
Yes, sir.
टाइम
Yes,
बहुत
sir.
लग गया. मिक्स डिजाइन करने में 1-1.5 घंटा और लगेगा. तो नाउ इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल. ठीक है.
It's okay, sir. Yeah. So I thank you
I
very,
wanted
very
to
much, sir.
discuss mixed design also in details. That is
Yes, sir.
very important for each and every one, students and teachers both. So it will be discussed later on.
Okay, sir. No
Thank you.
problem, sir. So thank you very much, sir, for wonderful
Now
webinar.
it can be opened for the students and teachers also.
Yes, sir. So I request someone to ask questions if they feel to ask. So I hope everyone has understood, sir, because it's 1.5 hour almost. So
I have presented everything in a very clear
yes,
manner
sir. Yes.
and able to easy to understand it. And
Yes, sir. It
लड़के
was
बहुत सारी चीज
understandable.
जानते हैं. I
Yes.
have integrated in a holistic way all the issue related.
Yes, sir. I hope it will be useful for students and faculties to ensure all the qualities of concrete in their construction work, right? And it will be useful for them also. So, because it is related to life expectancy of human being. So, if your concrete is not good or cement is not good, then ultimately it will affect the quality of life at least. So, thank you very much, sir. With this, I request to end this session, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. So I declare this session as closed, sir. Thank you. Thank you all for participating.